Hi guys, welcome to the homestead. So I'm out in the garage right now with the baby chicks and they are getting so big. And then I'm gonna pot those plants that Ben and I are having a competition on. One of them has started to show a little bit of green, so I think he's losing. He's not here today, so we can't do an update. He's still camping with Grandpa and Grandma. But we will do an update soon so I can tell him that he's losing. Look at how big these guys are getting. And it makes me so happy because they are getting their gray, purpley colored feathers in, and I just love it. I think they are such a pretty color. I can't wait until they're fully feathered. So if it's warm enough out this afternoon, I might take them out and let them explore the chicken coop for a little while. They are just so chicken. They are just so chicken. Look at them. They're all like crowded to the other side like I'm just gonna cut their heads off right now. When really they're pretty lucky because I don't really plan on cutting any of their heads off. So, but they're a bunch of little chickens. Maybe that's why when somebody's scared they call it chicken, because they just freak out over the littlest things. It's so funny. But they're definitely growing and getting their feathers in. So I'm gonna put those vines, the grapes and whatnot, in these buckets. And I know that these buckets aren't big enough for them to live in permanently, but I want to get them in something, and I'm not ready to get them in the ground yet. So I'm gonna put them in here, and then I can transplant them later into the ground, the ones that do well. And some of them are going to do well, and Ben is wrong. So, my gardening addiction clearly does not need help. So, there you have it. Alright, I want to show you guys this. Look at that right there. Green growth. So I'm getting ready to pot this one. And I know Ben's not here, so I can't really brag on him a whole lot. But don't you worry, I'm going to rub it in real good. So, but I want to show you this down here. So this is right here, these white roots. That's how you know that it still has healthy, good, alive roots. All those white ones are good and healthy and alive. So I'm real excited about this plant. So I can't wait to get digging into the other ones. Oh, and this is a seedless grape. Green seedless grape. So I can't wait to get into the rest of these and see if they also have healthy root systems in them. So, oh boy, I'm going to rub it in Ben's face. Alright, here we have a purple seedless grape, Concord grape. And as you can see, it has some white roots. But this one, I actually got rid of all the dirt and soaked it in a hydrogen peroxide water solution because it had some white stuff on the roots that I think is a fungus. And I wanted to try and kill that before I planted it. So I am still going to plant it. This one I'm not sure about, because if you look at this one, I don't see a whole lot of white, but there is that, now I don't see the fungusy stuff, but there, right in there, some of that fungus. So because they're going into their own containers, it's going to be contained and it like won't spread to the other plants. I might go ahead and try and soak this one and plant it. But I don't have a whole lot of hope for this one. And this was also a Concord grape. But both of over here, both of these seedless grapes, they didn't have any white on them, but they still had their healthy white roots. So I'm really actually encouraged for both of these two plants. So that's the one that they didn't have a lot of white root, but it didn't have any of that root fungus. So hopefully some of these will bounce back, but I'm pretty sure I'm still winning this one. All right, so guys, here's the well, it's not the final conclusion because, well, Ben's not here, one, to argue it with me, and two, I still have to see some life on some of these. But these here in the back, there's 7 of them. All 7 of those still had some white, healthy roots. So I planted those. Now over here, you will see, well, this one was not part of Ben and I's deal, but you'll see these 4 blueberry and raspberry and this seedless grape. They did not have white healthy roots, and so I did not plant those. So now part of my first purchase that Ben wasn't part of, even though he says that they shouldn't have lived too, was this blueberry here that didn't make it. It just, there was no, actually all of these here I was pretty disappointed with because they didn't even really have a root system. Like somebody just like chopped off the plant right under the ground, and there was like maybe 2 or 3 little roots to sustain the whole plant, and they just didn't even have a chance. Not even impressed with those. This grape here, it got a root rot, and it just, there wasn't anything left of it. But all of these here, all those boxes there where I cut out, they all had healthy root systems still. They still had white, healthy, new root systems. And as you can see here, these are the elderberries that I bought, and they're doing really well. And the goji berry that I bought is doing really well. And then this is the fig that I bought, and look, you can see here, it's got new growth right there. So if it'll focus, it won't, but okay. So but anyways, you get the idea. It's got new growth. So now I'm gonna have to create a spot for these. So I think that this kiwi here is gonna go underneath my deck and right down here under my deck, and I think possibly some of these other ones too. Maybe the goji berry and maybe some of these grapes, and then some of them are going to go out there by where I put the chicken coop at yesterday. So now that I actually have 6 plants that have green showing on them, and then I have 6 plants that look like they have healthy root systems. So I should be seeing some green on them pretty soon, and I'll let them get acclimated a little bit, and then I'll give them some fertilizer, some instant fertilizer to give them a little boost here. So hopefully. So, but here's the rest of my, look, aren't they doing well? Look at those tomatoes. They're about 3 foot tall already over there, and they've all got flowers on them. They're gorgeous. So my peppers are still kind of struggling. I don't know if it's because of the rain, because it hasn't been hot enough or what, but some of them aren't looking all that hot. But anyway, so thanks for watching, guys. Oh, and one more thing. I can't wait for Ben to get home so I can give him a hard time.